Why does Rod Parsley have a skull prominently displayed in the hallway of the executive wing in World Harvest Church? Or for that matter, why does he have a skull, a sword piercing that skull, a Masonic point and circle symbol, a Masonic Scythe symbol, an hourglass, an owl, and a druid priest with another skull prominently displayed in the hallway of the executive wing in World Harvest Church? Can you explain that?
Even science can explain it.
So, many years ago, Rod Parsley was prayed over by Lester Summerall and given a Nazi swastika sword.
I have a sword here. With a Nazi emblem on it, so strong.
Believed to have killed many Allied soldiers.
It's a deadly weapon, and many may have died.
Now, we don't know where that sword is kept. Perhaps Rod has it hanging on his wall at home or sleeps with it under his pillow. We don't know. But what we do know is that this sword is on display as of late August in 2024. Now, this sword is part of a larger display of many other swords that have what looks like the Knights of Malta symbol on top, but these swords are clearly subservient, less important, submissive to the big sword. Next to the big sword is a necromantic painting that depicts Lester giving Rod and Joni, his wife, the Nazi swastika sword, with Smith Wigglesworth, who died in 1947, floating above it all. What does Smith Wigglesworth, who died in 1947, have to do with Lester giving Rod the Nazi swastika sword? Oh, that's right, it's a necromantic painting. Never mind. But look at the big sword. Let's zoom in and start at the bottom. There's the skull. And it's not a happy-looking skull. Maybe that's because there is a sword piercing the top of the skull. I guess that wouldn't make anyone happy, so maybe that makes sense. Then, at the top of the sword piercing the skull, there is a Masonic point and circle symbol. What's the point of the point and circle symbol? That's one point we don't get. Then, above the Masonic point and circle symbol, there is an hourglass.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the...
Then, above the hourglass, there is an owl. Okay, but above the hourglass, there is an all-seeing eye. Oh, that's not Masonic or occultic or anything, or is it? But look to the left. Here you see a death angel or something, but he's wielding. Ooh, that's a powerful word, isn't it? Wielding.
We are not yet strong enough to wield that prophetic word, but I declare now in the name of Jesus, over the next 6 months, there's coming a new sound from this building. There's coming a new sound from this ministry, and it's going to pick up the sword once again and wield it.
Anyway, he's wielding a scythe, which is yet another Masonic symbol.
Wield it.
Now, look above the all-seeing eye. And remember, the all-seeing eye is watching you as you look above the all-seeing eye because, well, it's an all-seeing eye. Above the all-seeing eye, there is a druid priest or something like that. Maybe he's an usher, maybe an elder, but it really looks like a druid priest. And last but not least, there is yet another skull with maybe just a little bit of flesh still on the bone. Maybe, maybe not. You decide. Now, if you are a CHN minister, maybe you have a good explanation for all these Creepah symbols. But so far, none of you guys have given an explanation as to why your general of the faith has this Creepah sword on display in his church. Instead, you guys proudly wear this shirt and sometimes add your name to it, which is based on this Creepah sword. If anyone has a good explanation for this sword hanging proudly on the wall in the executive wing at World Harvest Church, please drop us a line at ohioforfreedom@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you, and remember, one for all and all for one.